3 sounds, a pause, and something just clicks. A lot of parents describe this moment in almost exactly the same way. Their child looking at a word and carefully sounding it out, and something just shifts for their child, and honestly for them too. This is called blending, and it is a central skill to early reading. Welcome to the series where we will explore the step-by-step path to get there.
Hello, welcome to Dynamic Learning.
Hello, I'm Jane, and welcome back to Dynamic Learning, the channel made by parents for parents. We've done the research, so you don't have to. This is episode 1 of our Phonics and Blending series for parents of children aged 4 to 5. These are 6 episodes with one clear goal: how children learn to blend sounds and read simple words. This episode is a roadmap. We're not going to be going into any activities yet. We are going to be looking at what blending is, how it connects to phonics and phonological awareness, where your child might be right now, and the 5 stepping stones of this series. Before we begin, I have a quick question. Where are you starting from with your child right now? Are they just getting interested in letters? Are they starting to sound things out? Or are they maybe somewhere in between? Drop in the comments. This helps me understand where most of you are, and other parents too. Right, let's begin. Blending is listening to a series of separately spoken sounds and merging them together to form a complete word. There are 3 main terms that you'll hear throughout this series, and here's what each of them means. Phonological awareness is the ability to tune into and play with the sound structures of language, rhymes, syllables, individual sounds. It's an auditory skill developed through hearing people speak. No print involved. Phonics is the approach that builds children's knowledge of the relationship between written symbols, graphemes, and spoken sounds, phonemes. The letter S represents S. The letter T represents T. Blending is what turns those letter sounds into reading. So, in other words, phonological awareness trains the ear. Phonics maps the letters to the sounds, and blending reads the map. Those 3 run throughout everything within this series. There are 5 things that can show up at ages 4 to 5, and any one of these is worth recognizing. Joining in with rhymes and noticing rhythm. The ear is tuning into the sound structure of language, the earliest layer of this skill. Listening to separate sounds and guessing the word. If you can say k, a, t, and they shout cat before they've even seen a single letter, that's called oral blending. One of the most important early steps. Connecting letters to sounds. Pointing at a letter and saying its sound. Noticing sun starts with S. That's the letter sound link forming. Attempting to sound out words in print. Slowly, maybe with support, but looking at letters from left to right and trying to push sounds together. Recognizing some words at a glance. Mum, their own name. No sound out needed. Fluency is beginning to build. If you're not seeing all 5, that's completely normal. These develop at different times for different children. You've met all 4 of these now. Here's a quick recap of them as reference for the rest of the series. Phonological awareness. Sound and listening, rhymes, syllables, individual sounds. No print. Phonics. The letter-sound relationship. This is where graphemes meet phonemes. Blending. From separate sounds to whole words. This is how we learn to read. And lastly, segmenting. From the whole word to separate sounds. This is how we learn to spell. Episodes 2 through 6 will cover the stepping stones. We will cover games that you can play, any stumbling blocks, and practical swaps for everyday moments. We start with sound long before any letter appears. Then we move into blending again, before any print is involved. From there, letters enter the picture, and something interesting happens that most parents don't expect. Each episode includes real games, common stumbling blocks to watch for, and simple swaps for everyday moments. And that's exactly what this series is built around. Children must fully master hearing before they can look at letters. Research suggests the opposite can be true. Introducing letter sound links can help children hear individual sounds more clearly. The letter provides a visual anchor that supports the auditory skill. Guessing words from pictures is a good reading strategy. It works when books are very simple, but children who routinely guess instead of decoding can find themselves stranded when books become more complex. Blending builds the independence that guessing can't. The faster your child reads, the better they're doing. Speed follows accuracy, not the other way around. The more words a child can decode and recognize at a glance, the quicker literacy develops. Pushing for speed before accuracy just adds pressure. One more thing before we wrap up. A lot of parents come to a series like this carrying some sort of worry, something that the school mentioned, something that didn't seem quite right, a comparison that didn't feel fair. If that's you, then you're in good company. Leave a question or a moment that you've noticed down in the comments. I'll address the most common ones throughout this series. You might also find that another parent has already asked what you're thinking. Every child develops at their own pace. This series is not a timeline to chase. It's not here to add pressure. If you have any specific concerns about your child's speech, language, or pronunciation, it can be helpful to speak with a health visitor or your GP, your child's nursery or school, or look into a speech and language therapist. Your conversations, your shared reading, the things you do together, these already matter. That's episode 1. Now you know what blending is, how it connects to phonics and phonological awareness, where your child might be right now, and the 5 steps of this series. Episode 2 is sound play, rhymes, syllables, and first sounds. The oral foundation on this ladder that makes everything accessible. Low setup games built into routines that you're already doing. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you in episode 2.